Good morning, everyone. This is a retired guy on Main Street Sanity, a retiree's take podcast. Just talk a little bit today about some of the things that I've been kind of thinking about. And I'll start with remember back in the day when there was respect amongst the parties in government and respect for the President of the United States. They obviously, a lot of times, the parties did not get along. And depending on who the president was, they didn't get along, but they actually worked things out. Do you remember those days? And those were probably back 40 years ago or longer. But that's exactly the way it was. Uh, a name back in history, a lot of you young people that have never heard of, but us older people have. Tip O'Neill, leader of the Democrat Party, he did not get along with President Reagan, but more often than not, they'd have lunch together at the White House. And they would sit down and they would work things out. And the parties from both sides, if they wanted to work things out, they sat down and they worked it out. It wasn't backroom deals at 3 o'clock in the morning. They literally sat down and worked things out. And that's the way it was. Where, like I say, now it's 3 o'clock in the morning. We don't want to be here anymore. We want to go home. So they work it out. They don't work out good deals. They work out cheap, fast deals. That's what they do. So that's the way it's turned out. But back in the day, it wasn't. They respected each other and they respected the offices. And I'm trying to think, when did it go wrong? And I've narrowed it down to the time when President Obama said elections have consequences. And I think that's kind of started it off. And that's the way it's been. It's, I'm in office now, ha 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 ha. This type of stuff. So, and that's where we've gotten to today. And there's no respect whatsoever for each other, for offices, nothing. And I even think Chuck Schumer remembers those days. And because I think even he had respect. But he's been there so long and has become so ineffective, and found out that he has has no one respects him, especially in his own party. Which, little side note here, we've gone from 2 parties to 3 parties. We have the Republican Party, the Socialist/Communist Party, and the Democrat Party. But there's only one member in the Democrat Party, and that's John Fetterman, who I actually have tons of respect for. He is the only member of the left that has common sense, total common sense. So that's how it is. That's how I see it, anyways. Anyways, getting back to Chuck Schumer. I mean, he is so scared about losing a job that he is so ineffective in, and he's been there too long. He's like that athlete that is at the past his prime, but thinks he's still in his prime, and he's going to hold on. But what we have is the old adage is, you lead somebody around a carrot and a stick. Greg Gutfeld, he says that a lot. The carrot and the stick. But what we have here for Chuck Schumer is we have Ocasio-Crazy with the stick, and on the end of the stick is is Chuck's testicles. And she's leading him around. He's thinking he's going to get his testicles back. He's never going to get them back because he doesn't have them anymore. She has them, and she's going to keep them. And she's just leading him around to where she wants him to go. He knows better, but it doesn't matter. He's trying to hold on to something that he doesn't have anymore. And that's exactly it. And there's a lot of them out there that are like that. And that's how we become three-party system. Like I said, Republican, Socialist / Communist Party, and the Democrat Party, John Fetterman. And the Socialist / Communist Party has no respect. They have no respect for the office. They hate the president so badly. Their only platform is, if he says it's daylight, he's lying. It's nighttime. It can't be daylight. Let's 25th Amendment him for saying at noon it's daylight. Or impeach him because he's saying it's noon out, it's daylight. He's lying. That's their platform. Anything they can do to fight the president, that's what they do. They don't care who they hurt. The American people, hence, look at this, DHS shutdown. Their platform is, we got to fight the president on everything that he says. So what are they fighting him on? They want open borders because he's closed the borders. They want illegal aliens to vote because he wants to make it, you have to show citizenship to vote. He doesn't want Iran to have a nuclear weapon. What do they say? Iran has a moral high ground. They're the good ones in this war. That's what they're saying. So, think about it. Whatever he says, they want the opposite. That's it. No matter, they're wrong, and they know they're wrong, but they think our base wants us to fight the president. They don't care who it hurts. They have to have that power. That's all they want, is they want power. Because if they have power and they run the government, guess what they're going to be able to do? They're going to tell you what you can do, what you can have, when you can do it, when you can use it, and how much they'll give you. What does that sound like? Socialist communism. Funny how that works out, doesn't it? And good, clear example. Look what we have on our government. And I'll go right back to it. Chuck Schumer, Adam Schiff, I'll mention he lied. Maxine, the Incredible Olympic Waters. And for those of you probably younger than 65 won't know that reference, I have to say, Google the movie The Incredible Mr. Limpet with Don Knotts. Look at Limpet and tell me that doesn't look like Maxine Waters. Oh man, I married my brother Omar. And going back to her, think about it. From one year having no money, next year having $30 million. How does that work out? But then we have to look at Minnesota, the Somali community. Billions and billions and billions of dollars they defrauded the government, our tax dollars. And she became a millionaire. I haven't heard anything about that. Why not? Rashida Taliban. I got nothing else to say about that. So that's just a clear example. Then we have Moron Murphy. Just a waste of skin, as far as I'm concerned. What's the one out of Maryland? The illegal alien lover, Van Howland, whatever. He loves he'll back more illegal aliens than he will U.S. citizens. So that's easy. So, but look at these people. They're socialist communists. That's there. And, well, let's keep going. How about Kami Mandami up there in New York? How's that working out for you all? Just asking. You know, he's going to raise your taxes. He's going to close Rikers. And think about all those criminals who are going to be on your streets. How's that crime going to work out for you? Just asking. How about all that free stuff? What's going on with that? What's better yet? Hochul begging the millionaires to come back to New York so she can tax you. That was hilarious. First she wants you out of her state. Now she's begging you to come back so she can tax you. And she says that. How many are going to jump on that dog and ride it up there? I bet not too many. Just wondering. And let's go to Virginia, Span burglar, who told herself, I'm a moderate. A moderate what? Let's see, you already had a couple people killed by illegal aliens. And that fine attorney general that you have there, and his pro-crime, these guys got what, 5 years each? That means they'll be out 2.5. Are they going to kill your son, your daughter, your wife, your husband, your parents, your grandparents? I bet they are. Is that going to happen? It probably will. And what they'll do, I can see it. They'll get 5 years out in 2.5. And who else are they going to kill? Yeah. Let's see, what's the first thing she did? We no longer help. We don't do sanctuary. We're a sanctuary state. We're not going to help ICE detainers and stuff like this. Then what do you get? Like I said, 2 murders. And let's keep going there. Them taxes she's putting on stuff. How's that working out for you now? See, that's what these socialist communists do. They'll sit there and they'll sell you a line of crap. I'm a moderate. I'm a moderate. I'm a moderate. And nothing they've done in their entire career shows them to be a moderate. But yet, you drink the Kool-Aid and you vote for them, and that's what you get. Hey, so New Yorkers, Mandami's your problem. Virginia, Span burglars, your problem. Oh, don't forget how she's going to put men and women's sports up there. So now what you're going to have, look at Fairfax County. The 19-year-old junior in high school, I mean, really? A 19-year-old should be a freshman in college or a sophomore in college. Actually, but we have an illegal immigrant, a 19-year-old in high school, touching girls, and the girls are complaining about it. So, hey, Fairfax County, maybe that's let them touch your daughter. Hey, good for you. Make sure you tell him when you go to school, he might touch you. So, just be wary. And so, I get back to it. Virginia, how's all that working out for you? And for me, it's you guys voted for them. They're your problem. You stay there and you take care of your problem, or you just live with the problem. It's pure and simple. But that's kind of where we've gotten to these days. We finally have a president that is taking care of everything here. He's got the world's most dangerous country down on their knees and making the world safer, stop some wars, pro-law, anti-crime. Look at DC, Memphis. The crime is down in those areas because he's done it. And so we have to make sure that we continue on the right path. This is the United States of America, the greatest country in the world, coming up on our 250th birthday. And we should be proud of what we have. But what we're going to end up having is 77 million people are going to be proud. 74 million people are going to be mad. And, we all just can't sit there and say we're proud Americans, because you have one group, the Socialist Communist Party, calling the other half of the people Nazis, deplorables. What's the other word? Hings, whatever. And they're just fostering hate, and they're fostering crime. And that's you see it every day. Like I say, look at Minnesota. When you have Tampon Tim and French Fry telling your people to get out there and protest, and you're out there throwing stuff, getting in front of cars, hitting ICE agents with their vehicles, and they're just saying these are peaceful protests. Yeah, there's nothing peaceful about that whatsoever, but that's what they do. And you got the networks saying the same things. Like some of those, like Lawrence O'Nutless there the other day. Next said, "No man, we leave no man behind." Well, that could have been a woman. Well, really? That's what he has issues with. He can't sit there and say, "Oh my God, look at what they did to get this person out." Everything that had to be correct to get those people out. It wasn't like the poorly thought plan that President Carter did, trying to get the hostages out of Iran back in '79. It wasn't that plan, but look at this plan that was organized and executed. And he's there saying, "Leave no man behind." It could have been a woman. You just want to shake your head. And then, Jen Suckme. Yeah, I see her on TV every now and then. They'll show clips of her asking questions. These people no longer ask questions. Whatever happened to the media that actually had journalists? There's no more journalists. There are no journalists in the media. They're just political pundits. That's all they are. Just straight political pundits. And my last point, real quick, because I don't like to make these too long. John Leguizamo or whatever his name was, the day he says, to everybody on the right, "Don't watch my movies. I don't want you to watch my movies." He's now a spokesman for the entertainment system. And I say, hey, you don't have to ask me twice. I don't watch your movies. And him being a spokesman for all of the actors and movie industry, I'm assuming he doesn't want anybody to watch any more movies. So all I would say is to the people, to everyone, is don't go to movie theaters. Don't go to the movies. Don't download movies. Don't stream movies. Just do what they say. Just quit watching them. Period. I mean, there's actually some pretty good stuff on TV. It really is entertaining. I mean, Curse of Oak Island. I mean, these guys have been sitting there for years trying to find a treasure, and it's just fun watching them to try to do it. Another one which is kind of really funny to watch, Expedition Bigfoot. It's entertaining. You have to watch. Hey, I always just like to watch Life Below Zero. I mean, those people up there, they're pretty tough. I mean, living up there. Expedition Unknown, Expedition X with Josh Gates. It's great entertainment. You know, the History Channel shows a lot of great stuff. You know, when they go back to the pyramids and so on and so forth. You know, world history and even American history. So there's a lot of great stuff on TV. So like I said, go back, don't watch movies anymore. He told everybody don't watch his movies, so watch no movies. And let's just, see how that works out. And that's why I say moving forward on that. Anyways, that's all I got for today. And I just want to throw a few things out there. And like my email is retiredguys@myyahoo.com. Any questions, comments, just throw me an email. I'll answer anybody. This is always my opinions, my thoughts. So until the next time, everybody have a good day.